Hello and welcome back to my channel. For this card, I have a fun food scene using Mama Elephant stamp sets, Oodles of Noodles, and Dim Sum Fun. Now, these are just some of the cutest little images. I have stamped them out and I have made masks out of some Post-it paper. So it's only sticky in some spots. And as I was filming this, for some reason, some of it didn't film. I don't know if it's because I got distracted and forgot to push play or if something happened to my phone. Not really sure. But anyway, I used the masks as kind of a guide for where I wanted to place everything. And then I am figuring out what I need to stamp first so that it looks like it's in the front and what needs to be stamped last. And those things will be in the back. While I was doing this, I actually had a couple different layouts, but when I started to plan my colors, because yes, sometimes I do actually plan this, especially when I'm using like a technique like this where it's one layer, I figured out how I wanted it to be based on not just the way it looked laid out, size-wise and all, but also colors. Because when I first laid it out, all the red and green were on one side, and that just wouldn't have looked right at all. Alright, so keeping my masks in place, I have some salvaged patina distress oxide, and I'm inking around all of my little images. This will just give it a little bit of interest to the background. This still didn't seem like it was enough, so I pulled out my peacock feathers distress oxide, and I'm just going to ink the bottom portion to make it look a little bit darker. Now that that's complete, and I can peel up the masks, and then reveal my beautiful, crisp looking little images. To start with, I'm going to color my koala. I have my E70 markers. This is one of my favorite brown combinations. It's kind of like a grayish brown. I love it. Keeping it pretty simple, not doing anything crazy. I do try to use the same color combinations for multiple things in the card. The koala is the only one that gets the E70 treatment though. My next color combination is E50s. I have 50, 51, and 53. I'm going to color the little dumplings with my E50 combination, and I'm also going to color the noodles the same thing. Now I'm bringing out my E40s. I have E40, 41, 42, and 43. I'm also going to bring in my E44 in a little bit. And these I'm going to use the little, I don't know the proper terms for these, the little steamer baskets. I don't know. I've seen them before. I've never used them. They're really cute. I am sticking to keeping the sides a little bit darker, and I'm kind of feathering it into the center. This will just help it look more rounded. Now for my greens, I have several YG markers. I'm going to use the lightest two on the little lime wedge for the flesh of it. And then the outside, I've actually used some of the darker greens. For my little leaves that are in the bowl, I am using, I want to say it was YG5 and YG9. I'm doing the same thing for the pepper. And then I have the little top of this sauce bottle. I'm going to color it with the darker greens as well. This was mostly in interest to keep everything kind of flowing the right way. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Kind of a visual triangle, if you will. Now here I have some reds, and I'm going to color my pepper and my sauce bottle with this red. Now this was the first time I had colored this bottle, and I was a little nervous to do it, but I think it turned out all right. I kind of left the edges lighter and then colored the center in with the mid-tone and did a couple dark lines in it, as you will see here in a moment. Now, bringing in some yellow. This was a hard decision for me. Looking at that bowl, I really didn't know what colors I wanted to do. I actually asked a crafty friend, and she gave me a suggestion of a sort of purpley gray, which was really pretty, but I didn't have the exact color violet that she had, so I was trying to figure out a different color combination. I asked my husband. He said he first thought red, but then there's red right next to it, so that wasn't going to work. And I asked my toddler because I was just curious as to what he was going to say. He said orange. So I started to play around with colors and found yellow, and I actually really liked it. So here I'm just coloring the handle of what I'm guessing is like a soup spoon, ladle thing. I'm not sure. Now I have this die set from Mama Elephant called a Oh Hi Loopy. I thought I was going to use the little loopy bit to it, and I didn't end up doing that. After adhering that down, I'm going to stamp my sentiment. This comes from the little dim sum stamp set. And then I felt like it needed something at the top, so I have this Trinity Stamps Tiny Hello die set that I'm using. And after all that's adhered, my card is complete. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back with another video soon. Bye!